Bad habits are like a comfortable bed, very easy to get into, but very difficult to get out of. Namaste, I'm Nivedita, your excellent strategist. Welcome to the video series Whispers from Geeta. In today's video, we will discover how bad habits are actually formed, how they grow on us, and then we will explore how to actually get rid of them. Let's begin. In the second chapter of Geeta, Arjun finds himself really confused and really frustrated at the very thought of competing and battling against people whom he has known all his life. In fact, he admits that he has developed some kind of soft corner, some kind of belongingness to these people. They are one of his kin, and fighting against them, killing them, somehow does not seem right to him. You know how this translates to our daily life? To all of us who are on the journey of self-improvement, we often come across various parts of ourselves which are not that favorable for us anymore. Sometimes these are our bad habits. And when we decide that, okay, this is the time when I let go of this habit and then I will be more capable of achieving my outcome. The moment we decide this, we continue on that journey for a couple of days, but all of a sudden something happens and we fall back, right back to our bad habit. Ever wondered why this happens? Let's explore that. So Krishna says that these people whom you are identifying with are actually not right. They're actually wrong. And it is your duty to fight against the wrong. So the sooner you begin to dissociate yourself from what is wrong and who is wrong, the easier it will be for you to actually walk on the path that is right. Well, this is what today's video is all about. The second you start to see yourself as someone who is not identified with all the bad habits, the easier it will be for you to actually start getting rid of all the bad habits one after the another. It will be like disintegrating your personality and taking all the bad habits out and sticking with habits which are actually serving you in achieving your greatest self. Okay? Now, understanding how you started in the first place to associate yourself with the bad habits. I have a very good example for this. Let's say that you are on a field and you are just blindly put on a field which has very long grass, and you are asked to cross that field. It's a hypothetical scenario, so let's just roll with it. Now, when you start taking your baby steps, you realize that towards a side of you, there appears to be a pathway that has slightly shorter grass, and sometimes there appear even patches where there is no grass. So you think that, okay, maybe this is a path which some people might have taken in the past, which means that instead of putting all my effort into creating a new path, let me try and get out of this field using this already existing pathway. This is how your mind actually works. As you go on with your life, for every single interaction, your mind creates a pathway. There is a whole science behind it, how neurons and your brain waves work and create pathways for every single activity. Don't make it so complicated. Simply put, for every single thing that you do, your brain has created an autopilot way of how to go about certain things. Now, when your brain is working on autopilot, it doesn't judge that which way is good for my master and which way is not good for my master. Now, that responsibility is up to us. Okay? And when we start taking ownership of our life and when we start working on ourselves, and when we realize that there are few habits which are actually not serving us and which are actually pulling us down, that's the point where we need to tell our mind that, okay, you are aware of a particular pathway which you have been traversing all this while, but now there is a time for us to create a new pathway which will be beneficial for us, which will actually help us in achieving things that we are set out to achieve. Okay? So the first thing that we need to understand about our bad habits is that they were not really bad when we started developing them. This might sound a bit new for most of you because we are so trained to segregate things into good and bad. But trust me, when we start doing things, they are not really bad for us. I'll give you an example. When we procrastinate, procrastination is actually a way of your mind keeping you safe from disappointment. Right? It is designed to keep you safe. Your mind is designed to keep you safe, and it is always looking for minimum energy, minimum effort, and maximum result way out for you. So when you want to achieve something big and it seems too big for your mind to achieve, what it does is it tells you that it's better you don't do it. You will fail, you will feel pain. I don't want you to go through all that. So please, just don't do it. And it very, mysteriously and very smartly, it tricks you into thinking that you can do it tomorrow, you can do it tomorrow, you can do it tomorrow. Today you do something that makes you feel good about yourself. This is the genesis of procrastination. And like procrastination, there is a genesis of each of the bad habits that hold us back in life. There is a genesis of emotional overeating, there is a genesis of laziness, there is a genesis of anger. For all the bad habits that are there out in the world, there is an underlying cause of it. And the cause was that habit is actually making you feel good about something at some level in your life. Now, when you start identifying why you resorted to that habit in the first place, then you will be fighting the evil and not the person who's committing the evil. Okay? So, these are the two things that Krishna tells Arjuna. Number one, stop identifying with the evil, and you will start seeing that evil is evil, irrespective of whether you have a soft corner for it or you don't have a soft corner for it. Evil is evil and is meant to be fought against. The second thing is that you need to dig down deeper and understand whatever bad habit it is that you're trying to fight. How did it even develop in you? Dig deeper. If you want, you can take help of a friend or a coach, or you can do this by yourself. Set up a timer, isolate yourself, and ask yourself, when did this actually start to happen? What was I trying to avoid? What was I trying to seek? Right? So when you start asking yourself these questions, you will identify that why this bad habit started in the very first place in your life, and why you continued to feed it, and why it continued to become a part of you. The last thing I have to tell you today is, it's not related to Geeta, but I have a trick for whenever you want to get rid of a bad habit. I know of an association which is a rehabilitation for people who smoke. And whenever a person joins that association, goes there, fills up the form and registers themselves, the very first thing that they ask the new joiner to do is that whenever they introduce themselves to any other member of the group, all they need to say is, my name is Dash, I am not a smoker. Right? And this is very interesting for me, because this talks exactly about how you should not associate yourself with a bad habit. I have seen so many people, some of my clients even, admitting that, oh Nivedita, I'm very lazy. Oh Nivedita, I can't get up out of my bed if I have not had a cup of coffee. And then they go on and talk about the side effects of caffeine. But you start accepting that you are lazy. You start accepting that you procrastinate. You, in fact, go out there and on social media and you try to find means to validate that it's cool to be a procrastinator. It's cool to be a smoker. It's cool to be to have alcohol frequently. You start justifying all those things. What you need to do, the very first thing you need to do to get rid of the bad habit, is to accept that you are not associated with that habit anymore. Okay? If pick up any bad habit to begin with and just tell yourself that I'm not this person anymore. I'm not this person who does this XYZ bad habit anymore. And start seeing the difference. Okay? So this is a very quick hack that you can start right away. If you're fighting emotionally overeating, Tell yourself that I don't emotionally overeat. And gradually come to the level where you say that I eat mindfully. Okay? The sooner you're able to change the perception of yourself in your mind, the sooner the habit will start to fade away. But as long as you continue having a soft corner for that habit, no matter how much self-discipline you put out there, that bad habit will continue to be there somewhere in the corner of your heart. And the moment something wrong goes in your life, you will fall back to that habit because of this dangerous word called familiarity. Okay? Remember, familiarity is very dangerous. It makes us feel very comfortable, but it actually holds us back big time in life. So these were my few takeaways from the second chapter of Geeta. I hope you will be able to implement them. If not you, if you find someone else in your life who needs this lesson, make sure this video reaches them. In case you are practicing this trick and you find any challenges or you find some interesting observation out of it, please let me know. I would love to discuss this further with you. Please show some support to my video. When you support my video, I feel encouraged to continue on my journey of impacting lives. So like, comment, share, and until the next time I see you, keep thriving. Bye-bye.